issue, impact, importance. You need to have all three, otherwise there's no sale. So what's the issue? So for instance, what problems are you looking to solve? Or what does success look like? I think people do issues in their own way. They use different words. What people don't do in my training is they don't think about the impact. So what's the impact of that? And there's ways to say that without sounding salesy. How's that issue holding you back? Does this issue affect marketing, sales, ops in any way? Replace whatever department you think is involved in that, right? So the impact is really, really important. So if I give you a specific example, one of the ones I've used a lot in selling HubSpot is customers will talk about, they don't have a pipeline. They're using spreadsheets, right? They don't really have a pipeline. And then I'll ask a direct impact question. So rather than saying like what impacts, because sometimes they don't know the impact, we know. But rather than saying, oh, it's so good and you can do forecasting, you can ask it a different way. So you know they don't really have a pipeline visibility. Okay, cool. So Semi, how are you forecasting your deals? Like how do you know what's coming in next quarter? Oh, we don't. Oh, okay, cool. Like is that a problem? Like would you like to see that? And it's a good question when they go like, oh, we don't really. Like it's almost like a little bit embarrassing. Yeah. I've turned up the pain, right? It's not about manipulation. It's about like if that's a pain, that's a pain. If it's not a pain, that's not a pain.